Positive energy all the time. Good to see you all. Run those likes up, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Support the channel, Super Chat, Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. I watched a video this morning called Squatters' Rights with Maino, Jim Jones, Dave East, and Fabolous. It's allegedly a 50 Cent diss. Some people said they're dissing DJ Academics too. And it's horrible. Absolutely horrible. I don't know what's going on. I think when you're doing that type of what they're doing those for, they need a fifth person. You need an advisor from the outside looking in. I wouldn't advise to go that route. The diss song was total trash. It was very boring. I didn't like not one line out of it. I did like Fabulous style, but he wasn't saying anything. Uh, it was just complete trash. It was complete trash. It's bad enough that their podcast is trashy. It's not that good. They should call it the three followers. It's like Jim Jones is the leader, and these guys are like followers. They don't have a podcast personality. Jim Jones does not have a podcast personality whatsoever. Fabulous doesn't have a podcast personality. Fabulous is quiet. Dave East doesn't have a podcast personality. He's quiet. The only one that you could say does have a personality that could work on a podcast would be Maino. But Maino can't rap worth a damn. And so the oh my God. You talk about self-destruct. What the hell? So and then 50 call you some squatters. So you name the song Squatters' Rights. Call your own self squatters. Is there any managers or producers or CEOs that's helping these people with their songs? Why would you call yourself squatters and call yourself Squatters' Rights? What the helly? As my youngest daughter would say. And I'm going, I watched it. I had like no type of reaction. I went and did some things, and it began to bother me like 2 or 3 hours later. Like, what did I just watch earlier? What was that? What was that? I'm not going to spend hardly any time on this live stream talking about that's how horrible it is. I've seen people do because I wanted to make sure I had my title right and was spelling it correct. So, and I've seen some people did videos where they were saying it was good. There was nothing at all good about those songs. First off, it was like four different songs, like four different beats. No decent production. Just show him rap first, then it just stops. Then it shows him rap next, then it just stops. Then it shows him rap next, then it just stops. Then it shows him rap. They're rapping on four beats, 50 cents beats. So they're basically squatting on somebody's tracks. So you can't make this up. Like if somebody called me a squatter, the last thing I'm gonna do is squat on your tracks. I'm gonna get my, I'm gonna show I got my own studio. I got my own. We're doing our own podcast. We're gonna rap on our own beat. Production wise, I was just the trashiest, unprofessional production I've seen from some rappers that should be. I mean, Fabolous has a really good reputation as a rapper. He's the only one. Davies always been boring. That's why his career never went. No, he's boring. He has no type of personality, right? He's like looking at a piece of paper. Like he has no swag, no personality when he raps. It's just nothing. That's why Davies' reputation is nowhere. So you got him just boring. You got Fabolous who can really rap and kind of got swag, but he's quiet. So you mix quiet with boring. And then Jimmy's got some personality, but Jimmy's a little goofy and kind of ruins his own persona. Like Jimmy has the ability to have a persona, but it seems like he shoots himself in the foot. And then to start a song with Maino, who cannot rap at all. Okay. Hi, hater, and that's it. He can't rap. Nobody names Maino as one of their favorite rappers. He can't rap. He's like a guy that got cut in the face in prison, got this gangster, and he tried to make it with rap off of his so called gangster ex convict persona. But as far as a rapper, Maino can't rap. And he started this song. And as somebody in the music business, I'm just looking at it. It was so bad, I had no response until now because I watched that about 10 this morning. I had no response. I just watched it and I just went to watch something else. I didn't have like any response. There was not one bar worth anything. They didn't even diss 50. It's kind of like pity pat. The tracks were horrible. They're great tracks, but they're not tracks for dissing. They're tracks for like just straight gangster rap. So they pick like some straight gangster rap tracks where the storyline and the bars carry the tracks, which what 50 do on his tracks. The bars and what he's saying carries the track. So they picked these tracks that just four different tracks that didn't fit dissing at all. Their production was just, what the hell kind of production was that? They should have all got on one track. They should have got, first off, you're trying to be bosses. Buy your own track. Get it mixed, get it mastered. Take your time. Rap on an original track. Because 50 Petty, he could pull that down. You don't got the rights to rap on that music. And if he owns the right to that music and he bought those tracks, he can put out a cease and desist. You can't just rap on a track that you don't own and put it on YouTube. I don't know if you young people understand that. You can't just rap on a track. Those producers could say, hey, I didn't give you the right to rap on my track. You didn't pay me to rap on my track. You rapped on 4 tracks that you have no legal right to. He rapped, the song stopped. Then he rapped, then the song start, then stop, and then he rapped and the song start, and then he rapped and the song start. It wasn't cohesive. You started out with Maino, who needs to be in the middle. The only way that's going to have some energy, you got to start with Jimmy. Jimmy is the only one of the 4 that's got some energy. Jimmy should have started the song, and it should be on 1 track. It should be produced. The video should be shot. Y'all should be snapping, and y'all should be dogging 50. Like, seriously. Like, it should have been the utmost disrespect. There was no diss that I heard. What's the diss line? Anybody that liked it? What's the big diss line? There was none. Fabulous flows, but it's like, bro, what that got to do with a diss? Like, what the hell? What are we doing? Not one song sounded like a diss. Maino started out. Anybody know production? No, you got to start strong. You got to end strong. You start off with Maino, who can't rap a Christmas gift. Okay, like, seriously. Maino can't rap a Christmas. Like, he can't rap. It was, you know how you watch something and it's just horrible? It was so boring that it wasn't even horrible till 5 hours later. It was just non-eventful. The word that the professional media would use for that is lackluster. It was lackluster. It had like no luster, like no. It was just. I just watched it and it was just. I didn't say anything. I just went and watched something else. You know, it was like, you ever clicked on a YouTube video and it's not interesting, and then you don't think about it. You just try to find something interesting. That's what it's like. I was like, okay, let me go find something. Let me go find something. I didn't even at the time I watched it, I didn't even say it was horrible. I was just looked at it and just clicked on something else. So I'm trying to find me something entertaining, something interesting. And this definitely not it. So I didn't even, it was so bad I didn't even dislike it. That's bad. I didn't even dislike it. I swear to God, until now, later, and I said, what did I just watch? You know, what did I watch this morning? What the hell? I didn't ever watch it again. One time. That's it. I would never punch on it again. And nobody was dissing. Like, Fabolous didn't say any diss. I guess it was some weird subliminals. But with somebody as ruthless as 50 Cent, why would you do subliminals? Like, if I'm going to diss 50, I'm going to go hard. I'm going to be extremely disrespectful. I'm not going to do subliminals against 50. Like, seriously. I'm going to diss him hard, hard, like hard. He's not going to respond. There's no way he's going to respond. 50's going to wait and he's going to throw some shade at him later. He's going to wait a week or two and he's going to throw some shade at them in the middle of throwing shade at other people. He's not going to. I wouldn't respond to that. Like, he's probably talking about it in private, but he's not going to go public and talk about that like that. It was, what the hell? I'm disappointed. And I don't like their chemistry. They look like they should call the show The Followers. It looked like they're following Jimmy. Right? It looks like Jimmy right now wants all the smoke. Everybody knows that. Jimmy been wanting to smoke now for 2 years. Jimmy came out, rated rap battle, say better than Nas. Jimmy wants to smoke. The other three, Maino looks like he's cloud chasing. Davies and Fabolous do not look like they want any smoke. And Davies definitely doesn't match those three. Fabolous either. Fabolous and Davies, that would have been better with just Jimmy and Maino. It would have probably been good. Fabolous and Davies, they don't fit. Am I the only one think that? Like, they just don't fit the podcast. They just don't. Like, Fabolous doesn't have the personality where he would want to talk about anybody or anything. You know, what we liked about Fab is Fab was always just quiet. Yes, they seem very out of place because Fabolous' whole reputation was he could rap his ass off and he stays out the way. Fab was always a mystery. You know, Fab was always a mystery. You know, seriously, like Fab's reputation was a quiet dude that minds his business, that gets on the track and kills it. Davies is a nobody. Who brought him into the game? Who the hell is Davies? He never was nothing. Like, who the hell is that? His career never was nothing. Maino was always a guy that couldn't rap, that got lucky, a one-hit wonder. Hi, hater, see you later. That's Maino. Maino is a guy that got lucky and got a lucky song. That's it. Career over. Like, he's a nobody. And it's like they just threw. Yeah, Nas signed Davies at a time where Nas was not a good CEO. You know, Nas was signing people and not really working them the right way. Just got them signed and not really doing what's best for their career. Because if you're going to sign him, we should at least see 3 songs with a duet with you and him. Like, should have threw him a bone or something. He never gave Davies. What's Davies' big record? He don't have one. What's his big record that we all know? What big features he got? And Davies was not a star. He's not a star. Like, Fabolous pulled off being a quiet rapper star. Davies is too quiet. You're not Fabolous. So Davies, you know, You gotta talk. You gotta have a personality. You gotta have a personality, which Davies doesn't have. He has no personality. Like seriously, he's boring. Like he doesn't have the ability to attract anybody to pay him any attention. Look how Mess got together with Redman, and that's how they got attention. Davies is a nobody. Nobody pays him any attention. He doesn't have any swag. He doesn't have any personality. He's like looking at a box of crackers. No salt, too. No saltine crackers with no salt. He has no swag, no personality. When you say Dave East, you don't think of nothing. I know I don't. What do you think of when you say Dave East? Nothing. His rap career failed. And somebody gonna call you a squatter and you're gonna go squat on the beat, you know? Like ain't no way I'm rapping on 50 beats. You know, no way I'm rapping on 50 beats. If we're supposed to be rappers of a high caliber, this is the way the podcast is put together. Like, oh, these is bosses, which Dave East, you know, you know, Maino, Fabolous, and Jimmy. Yeah, Dave East, they could have did without him. He doesn't fit at all. Anyway, the other three, okay, we could tolerate. Fab could be kind of like the quiet guy. That'll work. You can't have Fab and Davies. Davies shouldn't have been. They could have did better with just the three. Davies is just in the way. Like he's not interesting. Fab is interesting, but when he's quiet, he's still interesting. Davies, what's up? Who? What? And Jimmy's the leader, so it looks like follow the leader. So the song looks whack because it's look like Jimmy wants to do it, Maino's with it, and Fab and Dave East look like they're just following. Their bars look like they're following. Their bars do not look like they with the beef. It's like, okay, I'm trying to make some money on this podcast. My rap career ain't doing so I need to pay some bills. Okay, Jimmy. That's what it look like. Mano's with it. Jimmy's with it. Fab and Dave East is not with it. They're not. Do they seem like they're with the beef? No, they don't seem like they're with it. So this is making them look really bad. Because Fab was known for subliminals and stuff. Fab is not a beefer. I'm really disappointed with Fabolous. If I was managing Fabolous and he was doing a podcast, I would have put him with a female. I would have put he would have fit better with a female. For real. He not gonna fit with no male. So if I did if I did a podcast with Fabolous, I would have put him with a female. For sure. I would have put him with a female. It would have been fire. The female get a female that's got a way out personality, and then Fab is chill, perfect to respond to her while she wilding. Perfect. But as far as throwing Fab, who's kind of chill, with Jimmy that wants all the smoke right now, that's Fab don't want no smoke. Jimmy the one want all the smoke. Maino's with it. Maino and Jimmy, cool. The other two, no. And then rapping on 450 beats and the way it was produced, like you rap on it and stop, you rap it on stop, y'all don't go get no, y'all don't got no background scenery, y'all don't shoot a real video. It's four different tracks, the verses are short, there's no hook, there's no serious diss. It's like what we would have wanted to see is all of y'all on one track to see the cohesiveness on one track and your own track. Then you pick the wrong 50 Cent tracks, like those tracks are not for dissing. You know, they have to understand that 50 Cent is one of the best writers in rap history. A lot of people don't understand that about Fifth. Fifth can write his ass off. That's why he's successful, because he can write and then he knows how to deliver what he writes. So it always sounds good. Every song he makes sounds good. I don't know if anybody knows that about Fifth. Every song he raps on sounds good. Even if it's not a big hit, it sounds good. He's a great writer. Great writer. He was writing for everybody and they was hating on him. He wrote a lot of songs for a lot of people and they tried to keep Fifth down. One of the best writers in rap history. I would go as far to say he has the most songs without a bad one. Like every song is, hey, that's good, that's good, that's great, that's great, that's great, that's good. He doesn't have like a bad. He doesn't rap on bad songs. Like all the songs he rapping on for his TV shows, is fire. It's like wow, it's fire. Might not be no hit, but it's fire. You can listen to every song Fifth is on. His writing ability, knowing how to put the right song on the right track. He's one of the best to ever do it. And there's no doubt about that. No doubt, no doubt at all. He's better than Jay-Z and all of them when it comes to putting the right hook together, making the right song for the right track. These guys rap the wrong songs on the wrong tracks. Nothing they rap fit the track, except Fabolous. Fabolous was the only one that fit the track. I'll give him that. But he wasn't. But it wasn't a diss song, so it was like out of place. It's like, okay, Fab snapping, but what is he saying? Like he wasn't saying anything that goes with squatters' rights. It was it was sad. It was sad. It was like four little kitty cats. It was sad. This what it looked like to me. This was it. Jimmy's the big one back in the corner. Maino's the next biggest one. Fab's the one over there by himself by the heater. And Dave East is the little bitty one. You know what I'm saying? I kid you not. This is the perfect picture. Like, and they're getting evicted out of the place because they ain't paying they bill. So all the equipment is gone. And they mad. And they trying to beef with the big dog. Some little kitty cats. You know what I'm saying? And then you're right. If they make a song together, one reason they couldn't do it because Fab and Davies are just following. So if you go listen to it, you can see they're trying to please Jimmy, but they really don't want to step on 50. You can see it. You can see, you can just see they're not really with it. They're trying to stay loyal to Jimmy, but they're not really with it. They just like going along to get along. You can see it. It's like they're not with it. Y'all know Fab and Davies could have dissed 50 hard. They didn't. They really didn't say nothing that make no sense. Maino don't rap good enough. And Jimmy, one thing that we see is Jimmy, I like Jimmy, but Jimmy doesn't have the leadership qualities that Cam. Cam is a leader. Jimmy's not. Jimmy lacks leadership skills. He didn't got these dudes in something. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Jimmy's personality, he's supposed to be working with Fifth. Like Jimmy would be great in movies and series. Great. He is a character. Like Jimmy is supposed to be in a series. Fifth can make a whole series around Jimmy. Jimmy would be a great actor. I swear to God, because he is very animated. Jimmy would be a great character in a series. I kid you not. It would be, you would be very believable. Okay, because he's always got a lot to say. He's very animated. He'd be great. He should be trying to work with Fifth. I don't know what's going on. Jimmy is dropping the bag. Because him in the series with some other good actors, it'd be fire. Because Jimmy definitely can act a fool, and he would be a great, he would be something else. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you would get into his character. His character would be great. He would be great in a series. Seriously. Seriously. He wears his emotions on his sleeve. He'd be real good. Real good. He'd be one of the best rappers in those type of shows that 50 make. Jimmy is perfect. I swear to God. He could play a loose cannon really good. Like seriously. He's missing his call. I don't know why he's beefing with Fifth. He should be working with Fifth. Beefing makes you lose money. And that four, it just doesn't, it's just horrible. It's horrible. They squatted on the beef. They call themselves squatters. Nowadays, after They Not Like Us and Hit 'Em Up and Ether, you can't make no lackluster diss tracks anymore. Like, you can't. Everybody's gonna, 100 miles, NWA and Ice Cube beef. Like, everybody's going to, even LL Cool J and Kool Moe Dee, everybody's going to compare your song to the other beef records. So I don't know how you can make a diss record or a beef record. You have to be able to compete with Ether. No Vaseline. Like, I don't get it. Like, rappers should not make diss songs. If you're not gonna make a diss song that could be ranked with They Not Like Us and Ether and songs like that, don't make one. Don't make no diss song because people are gonna compare your diss songs to the other diss song. And then if it's not there, people are gonna be disappointed. They're gonna click on it thinking you're gonna go like what we know as a diss song. So I clicked on that and I was very disappointed. Like, is this supposed to be a diss? Like I didn't hear no diss. I didn't hear no diss. It was like, you trying to play, you just trying to tap fifth. Like, no, if you're gonna diss 50 and get some respect from the public, you gotta act a fool. Fat Joe didn't play with Fifth. That's why Fifth kind of messed with Fat Joe. Fat Joe went hard. When Fat Joe and 50 was beefing, Fat Joe did not play around. None. He didn't. Jada Kiss didn't play. Jada Kiss didn't play with 50. None. He hit him hard. These guys is, what the hell was that? So I don't even want to talk about this. That's all I got to say. It was horrible. It was whack. They pretty much damaged their careers. I don't see where their podcast is going to go anywhere. They're boring. They don't have anything to talk about. Maino is boring. Fabolous is quiet. Davies is a nobody. And Jimmy's not really good at beefing. Not really. So it was horrible. That's all I got to say about it. A waste of time. Go watch it and see for yourself. It was total trash. Victory.